Thank you, Christopher. And now in other news. The delegation of the European Union to Jamaica and the United Nations presented a panel discussion this morning in celebration of International Women's Day. Head of the EU delegation to Jamaica, Ambassador Marian Van Steen, in addressing the panel, commended the women for their extraordinary impact in society.
When we acknowledge and highlight the strides that so many successful women all over the world have made on numerous fronts, we say women who are or have been leading in their respective fields, often defying stereotypes and societal expectations. They have or are showing the way, like you, Jamaican women leaders participating in this event today. You are excelling, probably more than man, not because you're women and not because women are better than man, but because to be where you are and to do what you do, you may have needed to be better or to be more hardworking than man. That is, unfortunately, a fact. So unfortunately, you are still very exceptional. Unfortunately, there are still too many structural, cultural, and other barriers that stand in the way for many women to realize their full potential. And it's painful to note that the promising trend in the second half of the 20th century does not seem to continue in the 21st century. Many signs are worrying. The road towards equal opportunities is still long.
Ambassador Van Steen, in addressing women's inequality, commended Jamaica for the increase in women that are included in representative politics and the government.
The European Union is a strong believer in equal opportunities, equal treatment, equal pay for equal performance. For example, we are addressing the gender pay gap. We want women in jobs that are traditionally thought to be for men, and we want men in more female-like professions. This is not merely about social justice. This is also because we know that we can do better if we do things together. It's about being smart and wanting to reach the best for the entire society. From a more negative angle, we are deeply concerned about the continued and in some places of the world increasing levels of gender-based violence. Gender-based violence which is disproportionately affecting women. That is also, unfortunately, a fact. And that is why the European Union and the United Nations are under the Global Spotlight Initiative working intensely with governments and with civil society to keep women and girls safe, also here in Jamaica. The success of our fight to reach equal opportunities and to eliminate gender-based violence depends on many factors. But today, we want to come forward stressing one of those factors, the importance of women leaders in this upward battle. Women leaders can make a difference, not because they're better, but because they do and they see things differently. Let me commend Jamaica for being among the countries in the world that has one of the highest percentage of women in parliament. 31%, 26 women. This is up by 70% compared with 2015. This is better than the percentage we have in parliaments in Europe. This is excellent and this is promising.
And Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport, Olivia Grange, in her remarks, pointed out the role women played in the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic, while expressing that more needs to be done to protect women against violence.
This morning, I extend special greetings to the local and international women leaders among us, and to all women and girls worldwide as we celebrate International Women's Day 2021 under the theme Women in Leadership, Achieving an Equal Future in a COVID-19 World. This annual celebration prompts us to focus on gender equality, national liberation, democracy, peace, and progress worldwide, while intensifying our efforts to overcome the challenges women and girls face in achieving these. Since the onset of COVID-19, we have seen women on the front lines as healthcare workers, caregivers, community organizers, and innovators. However, in addition to highlighting the achievements and important contribution of women to society, the pandemic has shown or has caused inequalities particularly when it comes to women. Many women have lost jobs or have had to leave employment to care for children or the elderly. And violence is still a horrific reality for some of them. Communities in our country continue to experience the effects and consequences of gender-based violence. But if we continue to work together, we can eliminate the violence and enable all women to live their best lives.
Shadow Minister for Justice and Gender Affairs, Senator Donna Scott Motley, in addressing the panel, outlined the distinctiveness of women's leadership.
It's very interesting that we are here as women leaders, and yet we have so much in common. When women lead, they bring a different quality to leadership. In fact, one of my favorite quotes is that from Justice Ruth Ginsburg, who said, "Women belong in a space where all decisions are being made." And that is what has happened in Jamaica. In many arenas, we have dominated judiciary for a long time. We have made our mark in the medical profession, in the engineering profession. We have women who are pilots, and so on. But for the first time in our history, we have 26 women in the political space. And that is something which we have to celebrate. I will tell you that although I'm in the Senate, I have the deepest admiration for women who are actually in representative politics, because I have run as a candidate and I know what that entails. And I know the tremendous sacrifices which they have to make, the separation from their families, the way in which they have to manage on so many different fronts. And for this reason, I salute them.
And finally, in the news tonight, opposition spokesman on the public service and also for persons with disabilities, Senator Lambert Brown, is saluting women with disabilities who have given selfless sacrifice and service to the disability movement and Jamaica. Senator Brown said, quote, "As we celebrate International Women's Day, we must not forget that women with disabilities have also played a remarkable role in the development of the nation. In fact, women with disabilities have contributed significantly to the progress made for persons with disabilities in Jamaica," end quote. Using the occasion of International Women's Day, Senator Brown is shining light on some women with disabilities, stating that there are some outstanding women with disabilities that can be celebrated today. He also took the opportunity to call upon the government to demonstrate greater respect for women with disabilities by setting the appointed day for the Disabilities Act 2014 to come into effect. And that's our news package for you tonight. Thank you for tuning into Mello TV Evening News at 8. Thank you for watching. I am Tamara McHale. Stay safe.